Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to talk about semi-detached properties in the city of Toronto. So if you're someone's looking to get in or out of Toronto real estate market in specific to semi-detached properties, then this video is for you. And if you also need any advice or have any questions about real estate, then please feel free to book a call with me as per your convenient time by clicking on the Calendly link mentioned in the description below. So first, let's check out what's happening in the market for semis. So here's a trend line of average prices for semi-detached properties in the whole of Toronto area. So if you go back to 2004, the average price we're looking at is $312,000. And if you fast forward by 10 years, that is in 2014, of January of 2014, the average price we're looking at is $622,000. And if you fast forward again to now, that is December of 2023, the average price we're looking at is just shy of $1.2 million. So if we notice historically over every 10-year period, the prices have doubled. I totally agree. In the last 10 years, the prices we saw a massive appreciation, which we might not see in the next decade. Chances are high, but we will certainly see a steady and slow growth, which in my opinion is better than as opposed to the fluctuations we experienced in 2017 and especially in the year of 2022. So in the year of 2017, things went off the charts, and this is where the government intervened and they reduced stress test, and we saw a downward pressure onto the pricing by about 15 to 20% give and take. And similarly in 2022, things went off the chart due to ultra low interest rates, and this is where the Bank of Canada intervened and they introduced multiple interest rate hikes, and the prices have come down about by 20 to 25% give and take. So now let's zoom in and check out what's happened for the semi-detached properties in the year of 2023. So here we go. So here's a chart I prepared for semi-detached properties in whole of Toronto area for the year of 2023. And here we can see the total number of semi-detached properties sold in whole of Toronto were 5,711. And the average prices for semi-detached properties for the year of 2023 we're looking at is $1,115,000. And out of total number of sales, we can notice the majority of sales happened between the price point of $1 million to $1.25 million. And second highest number of sales happened between $900,000 to $1 million. That is, we're looking at 1,286. And the third highest sales happened were between $1.25 million to $1.5 million. And you must be curious that who are these three geniuses who have purchased a semi-detached property under 400K. So I did do some digging in and found out like those were small vacant lands which were sold for future developments. So now let's proceed ahead, and I'm going to highlight to you good neighborhoods where you can find semi-detached properties. So let's jump onto the Toronto's map. So here we go. So this is the map of the Toronto. So I'm going to mainly focus as close to a central or core of downtown Toronto. So that is CO1 and CO8 area. So in CO1 and CO8, you basically can find cluster of condo towers. But on the west side of CO1, that's where you can find a few freehold properties, including semi-detached properties. But mainly you can find good freehold properties, including semi-detached, is W1, which is south of Bloor Street to east of Humber Bay River to west of Dufferin. So this area includes good neighborhoods include High Park, Roncesvalles, and Parkdale area. And if second option is to go on the east end, so if you go on the east end, that is EO1 and EO2, which is south of Danforth to east of DVP to west of Victoria Park. And these two pockets, I'll quickly highlight good neighborhoods. That's North Riverdale, South Riverdale, Leslieville, Greenwood, Coxwell, and Beaches. These are good neighborhoods in these two pockets. And just from future point of view or future development, I would say EO1 is pretty good because the new Ontario line is going to pass through this pocket. So let me quickly show you the map of the Ontario line. So here's the map of the Ontario line, and you can see it passes through Leslieville, Gerrard, Pape, so which is something nice. So now let's go ahead, and I'm going to highlight what are the advantages of semi-detached properties. So let's check that out. So there are many advantages of owning a freehold property, including semi-detached, but I will get straight to the main positive side of it is that you can build a laneway house or a garden suite if you have a decent lot size of a freehold property. So I'll quickly show an example of a laneway house and a garden suite. So here we go. So on the left side, you can see it's a garden suite. The garden suite is constructed right over here. It's basically constructed on the back side of the main property on the backyard, and on the right side is the laneway house. It's basically the similar setup. The only difference is the laneway suite has access to a laneway house on the back. Okay, so that's the main difference between a garden suite and a laneway house. So as a part of city's densification program, you're allowed to build a laneway house or a garden suite all across the city of Toronto. And once constructed, laneway house and garden suite does provide many opportunities. First being rental income. You can rent out this garden suite or laneway house and hence generate extra rental income. Second is if a nicely constructed garden suite or a laneway house does help in appreciating the overall value of your property. And third is you can keep your family or extended family close while maintaining your independence and privacy. So before constructing a laneway house or a garden suite, you need to follow a few bylaws. So I'm going to walk you through those. So here we go. So here are the rules and regulations which you need to follow while constructing a garden suite or a laneway house. So let's get right into it. First is there's no minimum lot size requirement, but in my opinion, it is good to have a fairly sized lot size because this way you'll be able to construct a reasonably sized garden suite. Garden suite cannot exceed 40% of the rear yard. Next up is interior floor area must be less than the main floor area. Basements are allowed. So I think it's pretty sweet that you're able to construct a basement suite in a garden suite. So which is good. So further, there's no parking requirement. Basically, it's not mandatory to set up a parking spaces. However, there's minimum 2 bicycle parking spaces are required for the garden suite, which is manageable. Emergency access is mandatory, which makes sense. You need to follow the tree protection guidelines from the city because city is very, very strict about removal of trees. So make sure you do not remove any trees for without any reason. And lastly, we're talking about is height of the garden suite. The height of the garden suite can go up to 4 meters at the max if the distance between the garden suite and the main residential building is 5 meters, and the height of the garden suite can also go up to 7.5 meters if the distance between the garden suite and the main house is 6 meters. So that's pretty much for today. I hope I was able to give you some value, and if I did, then please like this video, and also please subscribe to this channel. This really helps the channel, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. And thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.